Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, we are in the middle of a No Mercy run. Now this No Mercy run was originally supposed to be an Ogre Achiever run, but I failed really early on. Like, I think this is what, the third or second battle, so I'm just like, you know what, let me just show off Starshine's new abilities. Because, as you guys know, for the 7.6 update, they reworked Starshine again, and she's actually even better now than she was before. Now, I'm a Starshine truther, so I already liked her before, but I understand a lot of people had issues with her, and to be fair, she was kind of flawed anyway. Now she's, like, really, really good, so her new ability makes it so she gains a random buff for 20 seconds every 4 seconds, and she gains 10% star power. Oh, shoot. Are you serious? I knew I did that to myself. Hold on, you guys. I'll just read out her ability from my phone because I kind of figured, I'm like, I don't think I gave myself enough time to read her ability. This is post-commentary, by the way, you guys, because I'm really not good with Ogre Achiever. So I'm like, I feel like at this point I just need to do this without live commentary because I'm going to play even worse, because that's kind of how it is. Whatever. So basically, I'll just summarize Starshine's ability really quick. She gains a random buff, like I said, and she gains star power. Here we go, I pulled it up. Okay. Also gains star power for 10% star power for each buff gained by either fighter while not in star power mode. Remove all debuffs and gain immunity for 10 seconds and permanent precision when activating star power mode at full meter. Permanent precision is removed when an opponent is defeated. So yeah, it is actually really easy to get permanent precision because of this. In theory, it sounds kind of like, I feel like this is going to take a little bit, but no, it happens really fast, especially if you have the right characters. I don't know why. I have like a weird team, but, well, oh, it's because I don't have my usual squad because they're dead. If I had Pickleballer, it would be a lot, I'd be gaining buffs a lot faster, but that's fine that I don't have him, so. Anyways, okay, so Starshine, as you guys can see, I don't show it off very well here because this is like my first time using her since the update, I want to say. I don't think it's the first time I've used her, but it's like, I don't show her off in the best way that you can use her. What you should be doing, if you have Starshine, once you get your star power meter to full, you should use it, but then just deactivate it right away, so that way the meter stays like close to full. And once you defeat the opponent, you can just reactivate it, because it should be full by the time you defeat your opponent. Just reactivate it, so that way on your next opponent you can have permanent precision again. On top of that, I think it's better actually to not use star power and to just try to have it full at all times, so that way you can activate it to remove your buffs, or remove your debuffs, because one thing you can also do, not only can you get permanent precision back, but you can also obviously get immunity back as well. So that was actually one of my caveats with this new Starshine. I was like, okay, I don't like that you can't have like a timerless immunity anymore. But in theory you can, you just have to have your star power full, basically. Look at that, her star power is already full. Do you guys see this? But like I said, I don't do a good job. There we go, I finally did it. I deactivated it, so then I could reactivate it. Yeah. Now, to be fair, in this first area, it's actually really easy to get star power because the enemy gets buffs from the match modifiers like regen and armor, so. And even if the opponent gets buffs, you still get star power meter, so it's not like it's that big of a deal, but there we go. I actually deactivated it quickly this time. And I just reactivated it because I'm like, well, this is the last opponent, so who cares? Look at this, you guys. Starshine is so good. She's even better now. Honestly, one thing I kind of want to do, just because it's kind of easy to get star power meter at this point, I kind of want to replace Meteor Strike with another uppercut attack. I forgot what it's called. Destruction Pillar. Just because that move is so good with Starshine specifically. I mean, it's good with, I guess it's just good in general, but I like that it's guaranteed to do additional health, or take additional health off the enemy, because once you have permanent precision, you're guaranteed to get a critical hit. But yeah, this Starshine is still the same Starshine, like move-wise and stat-wise as my other one, so, well, my other one, you know what I mean, this is the same Starshine that I showed off in my No Mercy run. So like I haven't taken off her moves or done anything like that. So her stats are exactly the same. And honestly, I feel like Starshine is even... I don't even know what I was going to say there, but I was going to say I think she's even better for No Mercy now. Because she can get rid of her debuffs. Like I said, the immunity was nice before, but at the same time, I think in some ways it's actually kind of better that she can remove her own debuffs. Just because... I don't know. I guess against certain opponents like Ogre Achiever, who can prevent you from gaining immunity, at the very least you can get rid of your own debuffs. Although he can also stop you from gaining permanent precision, which is annoying. But yeah, as you guys can see, Starshine is awesome. So if you have her, I definitely recommend her. You know what's funny? I just did a pity pool pick recommendations video. Well, a little bit ago, recently. And it's already kind of outdated because because Starshine got a rework, so... Oh yeah, I tried to use Unholy Host and I failed horribly, so... I don't even know. It's been a while since I recorded this. I don't even know what happened to her. But yeah, it's my pity pool recommendations video, whatever, is already outdated because it's not even accurate anymore. The thing is, though, I kind of recommend Starshine even more now because she's just so good. And she's a lot of fun, too. I like the random buff element to her. Because... one thing about me, I kind of like a little bit of a chaotic element, like a random chance type of thing. By the way, I didn't use Starshine here. I think I could have, in theory. I don't even know who my opponents are. Let me see. Okay, maybe not. I don't think I would have wanted to fight these guys with Starshine. Okay, Glacial Ghoul and Windstalker maybe would have been fine. But Sheer Force, I think, would have been a pain because I don't have any way to... remove her buffs or anything like that, so I decided to use Sheer Force here because she can make it so the enemy, if she takes out an enemy with her Blockbuster, then they can't come back to life. But like I was saying, I kind of like a random element in a game, so when I played I don't even know if any of you have played Octopath Traveler, but for those of you that have, my protagonist character was Primrose, and I pretty much spammed Bewildering Grace, I think that's what it's called. I spammed that throughout like most of the game, and that, if you guys don't know what that is, that move basically makes it so a random effect will happen. So it can either do damage to the enemy, do an insane amount of damage to the enemy, do a little bit of damage to the enemy, heal you, it could kill you, it could just do all sorts of different things. And I was like, this move is fun, so I just spammed it. And in Final Fantasy... oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? In the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game, when I mainly used Tifa, but when I used Cait Sith, I spammed his dice thing, like, all the time. Again, if you haven't played that, his dice thing, I don't even remember exactly what it does, but I think it's just... it has a chance... it's a random effect, basically. Whatever numbers it gets, or whatever. I forget even what the visual looked like, but it can do random things. I think it could only do good things, though. I don't think it can kill you. I know in the original game it could, but yeah. I say all that to say, I like the random buff element. I think it's fun. And sometimes you can get really good buffs. Although, I don't really like getting invincibility. I mean, it is useful, but it's not really going to stop me from getting hit by a combo or anything like that. So, yeah. And I think this will take her out. Yeah, look at that. I love Sheer Force, by the way. I kind of want to use her again, but maybe I'll do that when I run out of people. We'll see. Look at this, you guys. Oh, it's so sad that I couldn't keep Ogre Achiever alive, because imagine if I got these with him. Oh well. I'm not really sure what I'm thinking here. I think I'm looking ahead. But yeah, this is post-commentary. I totally could have done live commentary for this, but it's post-commentary because this was during the Every Day is a Parallel Realms reset. So I kind of didn't... I had to... just to ensure that I could complete it, I did post-commentary. And also because, like I said, Ogre Achiever... I I'm not very good with him, so I'm like, let me just do this in a way that I think will be easier for me. Yeah, look at the buffs I have. Haste, unflinching. Unflinching is probably my favorite buff to get, because then I could just tank an attack and then get the opponent while they're trying to attack me. So yeah, if you guys have Starshine and you haven't already leveled her up, I definitely recommend you do. And if you guys have Starshine and you have leveled her up, and maybe you well, I feel like if at this point you probably already know what to do. Just activate star power to get permanent precision, deactivate it immediately, and just hold on to it until the next opponent, or unless you need to get rid of some debuffs or something. It's all about activating and reactivating. In fact, at this point, I don't even know if I'm actually going to rely on her star power anymore. Unless I'm on the last opponent. Even then, I don't know. That's just kind of how I've been playing recently. Which means getting prestige on her is pointless because it increases the attack that her little star projectiles do. But if I don't use star power, it has no purpose. By the way, you guys, I do not like Unfazed. I mean, I don't mind Unfazed for the most part, but ever since the... there you go. Ever since the introduction of guest stars, I've had a really, really bad habit of using this Minette food tray thing. I forget what it's called. And accidentally getting a wall bounce off of her and then activating her ability. Also, I hate that fire thing. Okay, that fire thing is my least favorite thing. I kind of wish she just inflicted debuffs. Because I swear that fire dish constantly messes up my combos. I feel like it rarely helps. I mean, I guess sometimes it helps because it does damage, but it's kind of annoying more than anything. Honestly, I don't know what else there is to say. I feel like I've already explained how amazing Starshine is and what she's capable of. I guess I could talk about her stats, because you guys might not know what her stats are. Alright, so for her stats, I have plus 8,476 attack. That could be higher, to be honest, but it's still really good. And honestly, I don't really need it that much, because I feel like her crit damage is so good that it kind of compensates for that. Okay, this is the weird stat. So for her HP, she has an extra 40,000. The reason that is because back when I was playing this game, I kind of liked having HP on my characters because I felt like I made a lot of mistakes. So the HP kind of cushioned the blow a little bit, and it made it so I stayed alive longer. And to be honest, I kind of like having HP. Like, that's one stat that on Starshine specifically, that's one stat I probably could replace. Oh, by the way, I just realized Starshine also doesn't give herself Blessing anymore, but her Blessing was rarely helpful for me. It helped a little bit in certain modes, but for the most part, not really. But that was her original... Well, no, what am I talking about? That was before the rework. I was going to say that was her original ability, and yes, it was her original ability, but it was also her rework ability. In fact, her rework really just affected the timers for the most part. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I like to have HP on her just because. Now, this is the stat that I want to increase. Her piercing stat is 36%. I would like that to be maxed out so that way I can take on opponents a little bit easier. Specifically, Big Band and with his feudal resistance in Rift Battle, I think that would be more useful for that purpose. Although at the same time, maybe I shouldn't even be using Starshine against him, but still. Next, another kind of weird stat. She has 33% defense. So she's not tanky per se, but she's a lot tankier than most of my characters. Look, you guys, we got Nailbiter. Obviously, I'm not going to use her, but it's cool that she's around. And I got Pickleballer back. These three, I don't like Beast King, but Death Wish should be no issue because Starshine can use permanent precision and prevent her from stealing any buffs. Prevent her ability from activating, I should say. And with Pickleballer, Beast King is a lot less scary. One character I actually kind of wish I got from the recent Relic pools, last month's prize fight, I mean. I actually wish I got Ionic Icon because her ability is really helpful when combined with Starshine, because her ability makes it so... Well, it does a lot of things, but the thing that I like about it is that for light element characters, it gives them a chance to remove an opponent buff, which is super helpful. So I'm probably going to get her from the Shard Exchange once the time comes. Look at this nonsense. Of course she gained invincibility, but that's because of the match modifier, which... seriously, the light element match modifier is my least favorite match modifier ever. Well, not ever, but just amongst the elemental prize fight match modifiers, it's definitely my least favorite. Okay, back to stats. So yeah, I want her piercing stats to be higher. Her defense stat probably doesn't need to be there, but whatever, it's there. Her meter gain stat is at 54%, which actually I think is fine. That I don't have a problem with, because I feel like I'm never really clamoring for meter gain, so I don't really care about that. And next, her crit rate stat is 26%. I feel like this is kind of an, I don't want to say obsolete, but it's an unnecessary stat bonus for the most part, because she already gains permanent precision, meaning her attacks are guaranteed to get critical anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then we have her crit damage stat, which is at 76%. That I would also like to be higher, just to increase her damage. And I think I'd rather that be higher than anything else. Look at this, you guys. I got flashbangs. Oh, all of these awesome artifacts. Oh, well. But it also makes this run with Starshine so much easier. But it's just sad that I lost Ogre Achiever, because it would have made my life way easier if I had those. But oh, well. Now, her guest star. I like her guest star for the most part, but... Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. I was just going to say, I don't know why I made it sound like I was going to have some kind of negative to say about it. I guess I do. I hate that stupid fire dish. But, yeah, Starshine's ability, or Starshine's permanent precision, makes it so Crimson Cyclone's ability doesn't activate. But anyways, okay, so her guest star I think is level 4 or level 3 or something like that. It's still a low level, so I could level it up and get even higher stats, which I should probably do. Because, like I said, Starshine's my favorite variant, so why not? Look at that! But that's also why I like Meteor Strike. Oh, this sucks. I got hit with Hex. I like to do that combo. I forgot I had evasion, but also, like, what am I realistically going to do against unflinching? Did you guys see me spamming the star power button? Yeah. And then I get Yearning of Venus. I'm getting all of these awesome artifacts. This is just that, like, I don't know. It's just frustrating because this is kind of a mess at the start. Not that you guys saw that, but still. Oh, Dream Band. How I despise you. By the way, Stun Grenade, or whatever it's called, it's Flashbangs. Why did I call it? Oh my gosh. I called it Flash Grenade in another video. Flash Grenade? I mean, why do I keep calling it that? Flashbangs, there you go. Flashbangs and Prescience of Aeon are super, super good for this last area, because the enemy gains thorns whenever you block a hit, so if you can get those artifacts, definitely take them. I mean, they're just good in general. They're good for, like, every area. They're the best artifacts, in my opinion, because they're universally helpful. Starshine versus Starshine, let's go! She tried to burst out of that, but she failed! Do you guys ever look at the movesets of some of these opponents, like, in No Mercy and stuff? Look how random it is. Did you guys see that? She had, like, a blockbuster in the middle of her moveset, but then she also had a burst next to it on the right, and at the very far right she had, yes, hit list! At the very far right she had Photobop. It was just all random. I kind of wonder if it's random on purpose or something. Like, I don't get it. I think with the recruits it's a little bit more consistent, where the blockbusters are on the right side and then the special moves are on the left side, but with the opponents it's just, like, weird. Like, look at this. She has... how do you guys do it? I've asked this before, but I'm gonna ask again. How do you guys sort out your blockbusters and special moves on your characters? For me, I always have my blockbusters on the left side and my special moves on the right side. I feel like that's kind of weird because, I don't know. I think typically people have it on the opposite side. I just do it because it kind of mirrors the opponents. As you guys can see, Fortune Cookie, she has her special moves on the left side, and she had her one blockbuster on the right side. So it's like the opposite of me. So it kind of mirrors itself when I fight opponents. I don't know. That's my logic. Although that kind of makes me wonder, if you fight an opponent, I'm guessing their move layout is exactly the same as far as like the placement and stuff. Yeah, it has to be, right? So I guess that kind of removes the symmetrical effect. I don't know. Maybe not. I guess it just depends on the player's move layout. What am I even talking about right now? I don't know. Heavy-handed also got a rework, so rework fight. I don't know. This has nothing to do with anything, you guys, but I couldn't sleep last night because I took a nap yesterday, like a long nap, and it was one of those naps where, you know, when you take a nap and it's not like a short nap, it's like a really long nap to the point where you're actually having a dream, and then you wake up and then you get a headache. That happens to me a lot. I think it's just because my body is like, oh, you're trying to go to sleep, but you didn't get enough sleep, so here you go, headache. I don't know. Look at who this recruitment is, by the way. It's Nailbiter again. What the heck? I might get Nailbiter from the Shard Exchange. I'm going to see. I'm probably not going to get Eliza, even though she does seem really good, because, I don't know, I'll think about it. I'm really bad with Eliza, though, so that's why I'm kind of like, do I want to do it? I don't know. She seems like a lot of fun, though. But yeah, anyways, so I couldn't sleep because I took like a 2-hour nap. And when I did finally go to sleep, well, I got a decent amount of sleep because I did sleep in, like I said, so. Also, this was dumb of me. I don't know why I did that. I should have just been patient, but I was a fool. Although, at this point, I have Final Stand. I don't think I was paying any attention to what buffs I had, but I definitely could have just attacked Plot Twist and I would have been fine. Oh well, I guess it's smarter to wait out the thorns. Did you see how much damage she took? Anyways, I had this weird dream. I don't even know what was happening in it, but I just remember the last part. There was this like villain guy, and I don't even know who it was. I'm just gonna say it was Doofenshmirtz. So just imagine Doofenshmirtz. So Doofenshmirtz. I feel like I'm saying his name weird. He found out that he had a long lost sister, and so he was trying to rescue her because she was in danger or something like that. And it turns out his sister was that blonde girl from Milo Murphy's Law. I think she was Milo's babysitter or something, or cousin. I think she was his cousin, not babysitter. And it feels weird to say babysitter because I think those characters were in high school. But anyways, I think she was his cousin. But yeah, I was like, what is going on? I woke up just confused. And honestly, I don't even remember most of my dreams. So I'm even more confused because at least when things are weird in a dream, like while you're within the dream, at least from my experience, it all makes sense in the dream. It's like, okay, this all makes sense no matter how ridiculous it is. But then when you wake up, it's like, I can't make sense of any of it. Alright, last opponent, you guys. Can Starshine do it? Can she handle these three? The fact that I still have 4 minutes left makes me unsure. By the way, this is actually a really short video because it just went so well. And also because I didn't have that long explanation in the beginning like I usually do, where I explain a character's, like, everything. So for these opponents, Starshine is decent. Well, okay, Starshine's fine against Class Cutter. Like, I mean, is there even a bad opponent or a bad matchup against Class Cutter? I don't think so. But she's fine against Class Cutter, and she's good against Curl Scout because she can prevent... Oh my gosh, you know what? One thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, she's good against Curl Scout because Permanent Precision doesn't trigger Curl Scout's ability. Guys, Curl Scout 100% got nerfed. I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I guess she got a rework. No, it was a nerf. I mean, it was a rework, but really it's a nerf. And the reason I say that... By the way, so for those of you who are having a hard time fighting Curl Scout, she's actually way easier now. But anyways, the reason that I say it's a nerf is because before, the way her ability worked is her health regeneration and her Wither infliction would occur as long as she had a buff. It doesn't matter what the buff was. As long as she had a buff, it would start to happen. Now she needs armor specifically, which means you have to trigger her well, unless she has some way to get armor, you have to trigger her ability for her to get that armor. So yeah, that's why that's a nerf, because she needs armor specifically for her ability to activate. So it's, well, the wither and health regeneration. And that was the thing that made her annoying to me, was that it was any buff, because there's so many match modifiers, especially in Rift Battle, where she can just get like a random buff for like any kind of buff, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I feel like it's pointless to even worry about permanent precision. But I don't know why. I gave Starshine the tag out move, the outtake, whatever, because I was gonna try to like take out the bodies, but I think that was a mistake because I'm really bad at doing that. So I should have just kept Meteor Strike, but whatever. Although Meteor Strike is probably the best move to lose, because typically I end up knocking the enemies all the way onto the other side of the screen, so Meteor Strike would just like send me even closer to the other side, which is not what I want. And I messed up here, I lost permanent precision. Oh well. But yeah, anyways, so Curl Scout is 100% nerfed. She's actually way easier now, which I guess is kind of a good thing. It's a good thing for off the care. It's a good thing when you're fighting her. It's a bad thing if you're using her on defense, but oh well. You still have to be careful, obviously, but like, it's just like, well, now she's a lot easier. Where was this nerf for Megalomaniac? I'm kidding. I know you guys probably don't want her to get nerfed, but God, I hate Megalomaniac. Anyways, that's it for this. Starshine's awesome. If you don't have her, I recommend her. I 100% recommend her for the pity pool pick. I'm going to do another pity pool pick video, but my point stands even further that Starshine, or did that even make any sense? Starshine is good. She's even better now. Like, I definitely recommend her. So there you go. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next time, but goodbye for now.